My name is Katherine. I'm from the Atlanta metro area. I lived here for about 7 years now with my husband and my dog. How we found Schantz was through just a Google search, but it started off when we had our roof cleaned off and the team up there noticed our chimney had some rot in the wood boards. And so that, of course, initiated my search. And I did reach out to 3 companies. And all 3 companies did respond, but they responded with, of course, different approaches. The first one, we did have them immediately come out, but it wasn't a very good vibe. The communication, the interest, and the price deterred us from reaching back out to them. The second company reached out, but again, their quotation was just a bit high. And then Schantz reached out. And their quotation was reasonable because we sent them pictures prior to Brian coming out, one of the, I believe like a sales manager. He came out and he did do an inspection himself, but they were able to give us a quote up front after because the individuals who were on our roof took pictures and we sent them to Liz. And she was able to sent them to the team that would decide the quotes. They immediately gave us a quote within 24 hours. And we were very impressed with that. And it was reasonable. It was actually a reasonable quote. And so we decided to continue with them. We decided to go forward with Schantz because of how Liz Breyer, who I think is the administrator, how she handled it. So first, when she reached out to us, she already made us feel like we've been clients with Schantz for years. And I decided, okay, well, they have a really friendly staff, so I'd like to move forward with them. Then they came out to the house, reviewed the pictures with us on site and kind of explaining the whole process of the job, which I really appreciated. And Schantz educates you on how they are going to proceed with the project. I've worked with a lot of contractors and they kind of leave you in the dark, and that really makes you nervous because you're wondering, well, I don't know from A to Z what's going to happen, what type of costs may incur. And that was also great about Schantz is that they said, if we get up there and we find that there's any additional work to be done, we'll definitely communicate that with you. And before we even proceed with any of that, we're going to let you know exactly how much additional charges there will be. And we decided okay, all these things are adding up to make me very confident in this company. We went ahead and we booked with Schantz, full confidence going forward. And the team came out, they dropped off supplies, they were very friendly. And when they did start the work, they were very respectful to the property. They actually were very quiet. It was surprising for construction work. It was done quickly as well. I think it took only from 10 a.m. to about 5 p.m. they completed the entire job, which for us, that was great because they could finish up. We didn't have to take off more work or anything like that. And what was even more kind of surprising was that after the job was completed, they cleaned up everything. It was like they were never here. And the roof, the chimney itself was immaculate. I'd never seen such, quick and diligent work being performed and the outcome looked the way it did. So usually fast work is I don't know if that was quality work, but they do high quality work in a timely manner. The initial quote, of course, was the enticing part. And what was even better is at the end of the job, it stayed that way. So again, of course, Schantz said, if there's any additional charges, we would tell you immediately. But they ended up confirming the exact quote, and that was very, I would say, convenient because, of course, we all look at our budgets and we try to figure that out before we start any project, and it ended on a high note. The work that Schantz did from beginning to end, dealing with Liz herself, who actually sealed the deal. Again, she made you feel like you were a family friend, to be honest. And even Brian, when he came out, he was very respectful, and he treated us with the courtesy of, I think, how he would treat his own family member. To be like, hey, we understand that this is an anxious time, and any project for a homeowner is going to cause a little worry, and they just walked us through all the process. So that combination of respect and communication and just overall warmth made me feel like, oh, I would totally recommend them to anyone who would ever ask me, like, hey, I'm having a project done at my house. I'm a little nervous. Could you recommend someone? I'd immediately say Schantz. We would also definitely use them again. We have a round about deck around the house. It's very large, and I wouldn't trust anyone else besides them.